What's up, YouTube? Tradell here. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit since I posted a video. I've been trying, but here we are. You know what I mean? This is what it is. I had a date on Tuesday. Today is Saturday. It's like 4 in the morning. And I decided that I'm going to share a story because it was kind of outrageous. And the crazy thing is, I feel like, I don't want to say it was a bad date because honestly, I had a really good time. And I want to just like already summarize my takeaway from the date. I left the date and the whole experience feeling like, okay, maybe I'm ready for a relationship. Maybe it's time for something serious. So let's just get right into it. I matched with this guy on Hinge about 3 weeks ago, the 30th of January, and we hit it off. We hit it off. Like, he's cute. He's like from the Midwest. He's like fit. He's in the entertainment industry. Like, we're just into the same things. And I'm like, okay, I like this guy. But mind you, he does hit me with this like, yo, I'm not looking for anything serious, which for me was like, yo, me neither. Like I genuinely like, for the most part, I'm not ever like just like, oh, I'm ready to be in a relationship. And I love that, like, chill, like, let's just get to know each other, let's just have fun and see where it goes. In the past, for me, relationships have kind of happened that way, where like, you know, we're hooking up or whatever, and we just like really like each other, and then we just kind of fall, and then there's relationship. So maybe I need to change my approach. So long story short, he hits me with that, and I'm like, cool, because it just takes me a lot for me to feel like I want to be in a relationship. I'm not pressed to be in a relationship. I'm not pressed to tie someone down. Like, you really got to make me feel that way. So I almost took it like a challenge. Like, okay, like, dope. But I was relieved. I was relieved by that. And like I said, this is going on for about 3 weeks where we're chatting, and I'm proud of myself because I'm getting back to messages. Like, sometimes it's taking me 3 days, but like for the most part, I'm in there, you know. And furthermore, I moved the ball forward to an extent. I'm like, yo, let's meet. And we we had plans to meet on Thursday, which would have been this past Thursday. And like, you know, he's scheduled made a reservation for us at this restaurant. And mind you, like, while we're chatting, like, we're getting to know each other, and, you know, find out like he's kind of a family guy, so am I. And, you know, we're talking about work, and I'm telling him about school and all these things. And it's just like, it's just going well. You know what I mean? It's just going pretty well. And I'm finding myself excited to meet this person. And like, I'm really excited to meet somebody. So like, that was new for me. I even hit him like, yo, can we move the date up from Thursday to Tuesday? And he's like, yeah, like, you know, like that. He like responds like, that turns me on, actually, yada yada. So we move it up to Tuesday, which would be this past Tuesday. And, you know, like, literally the day of, like the morning of, he texts me like, can this day go by any faster, yada yada. Like, we're both excited. It's clear we're both excited for the date. Boom, happens at 7. The date says 6:30 or something like that. We meet. I'm on time. He's already there, and it's great. It's great. Like, he looks like the pictures. We hit it off. He's funny. And we're at this kind of restaurant in Brooklyn where it's like a communal table. So there's like literally people on both sides of you. So it's kind of hard to even really get to know somebody in that setting, especially like a first date. But it's going well, you know what I mean? Like, we're just like really engaged with each other, and like, you know, he's funny, I'm funny, I think. And like, it's going well. It's going so well, in fact, that I'm like, yo, look, we should go see a movie. There's this movie, I think it's pronounced Peon, with Alexander Skarsgård, that I really wanted to see. And it's like kind of like S&M, like he's like this like gay, dominant guy, with this guy Harry. And it was great. The movie was great. I'm fast forwarding the story. We do end up going to the movie. And but I booked tickets for us to go to the movie. For whatever reason, like near the end of dinner, right before the movie, I decided to ask, like, so how come you're not looking for anything serious? Mind you, I've done my research. I'm not meeting anybody without looking you up. I'm just at that stage in life. Like, I just need to know who I'm meeting. So I've already gone to the Instagram page. And that was another reason why I was excited, because sometimes I go to the Instagram page and like it's just not giving, and I'm like, like I'm good. But like I genuinely went to his page, dug through, I was still into it. You know what I mean? Like a few times I was like, okay, like I like this guy. And but I saw the ex-boyfriend on the page. So I was like, oh, okay, like this is the ex. Okay, I wonder what happened. And I even asked a friend, and he's like, oh, like, this is a good guy. So I was like, okay. Oh, what about the ex? The friend knew who the ex was. And so it was like, the ex is a good guy. So, I'm thinking that like, maybe him and his ex broke up, so he's in no rush to get into a new relationship. Maybe he's trying to focus on work. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm like, how come you're not looking for anything serious? And he's like, well, I'm in a relationship. But it's an open relationship. I was gagged. I just like was genuinely shocked, and like kind of didn't like really know like how to feel in that moment. And like he was kind of like shocked that I was shocked, and it was just like an awkward moment. I was like, I just did not see that. I just did not see that coming. And like to unpack it, I really feel like that's something he should have communicated. Just like, yeah, I'm in a relationship. And I asked him, even I'm like, at what point were you going to tell me? And he's like, well, honestly, if you didn't ask, I wasn't going to tell you. That's crazy. Like that's kind of crazy. That's like that was just like insane. And I feel like he did that because it's like, you knew if you told me that I probably wouldn't have come, which is fucked up. You didn't give me the agency on that. And yeah, it's just like, so what? Like you was just gonna like hook up, and then that was gonna be it. And then like I find out later that you got a boyfriend, and I'm mad, and then we just never like it just was it just was not it. But I was like, he's like, oh, like, I'm sorry, and like we can end the day here, this and that. I already got the tickets to the movie. Like I want to see this movie, so I'm going to see the movie. So I'm like, nah, it's cool. We can continue on. No promises on if you'll ever see me again, but like we're good, So we, he covers dinner, because he feels bad. I send him the money for the tip, and then I get us an Uber. I got the tickets already, and then I get us an Uber to the movie theater. Like I said, like we were hitting it off pretty well, and like we still ended up like having fun. We go to the movies, and it's a gay movie at that. And the movie's really good. So like we're having a good time in the movie. We're kind of like, holding hands a little bit and like being a little affectionate in the movie theater. And when we go to leave, I kind of decided, I'm like, you know what? I think I would still like a kiss. I would like to see if there's like anything there. So I'm like, let's take a walk. So we take a walk, and eventually we kind of start making out, and it's really good. You know what I mean? Like really good kisser. Like, we're feeling on each other. It's just like he's verse, I'm verse. It was perfect. But we just ended there, like I was like, I'm gonna head out. And he's just kind of like, yeah, I would like to see you again. And I kind of was like, I don't really know. And that was that. He texted me the next day, which was Wednesday, like, hey, sorry again. But I would really like to see you again, even if it's just friends or more or whatever. And I was just like, nah, I wrote him back like, it was really nice, you're a great guy. Again, I haven't been excited about like meeting somebody like that, and it was refreshing. But you should have been open about being in an open relationship. And please don't do that to anybody else. And I'm actually good on moving forward because my feelings are hurt. And that was pretty much it. And that's pretty much where I still stand. Like you know, like if down the line he breaks up with the boyfriend and is single, I would be down to revisit it. But like, I'm not a messy person, and like, no shade to open relationships. I have friends with open relationships, but I don't want to be in this triangle. And I think I don't like, I like, even if it's just casual, I like the possibility of like, okay, maybe this can become more, or I can just hook up with you whenever I want. I don't want to be coordinated between you and your, it's just, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I hate that he led me astray into this like situation and like this romance without giving me that information. Because if you'd have just been real with me like ahead of time, like, hey, I'm an open lady, I'm just trying to hook up, then it could have been very different. I could have been like, all right, bet, like, you know, let's just meet at your crib. Like, there's no need for a date. There's no need to get to know each other. There's no need to do all this back and forth. But maybe I wouldn't have at all. So I don't know. But again, I think it's also continue on the next day like that. Wednesday, so today was Tuesday. He texted me Wednesday morning. I was sad. I was genuinely sad. Like, I was a sad boy. And like, I had stuff to do. Like, I had class on Thursday. I couldn't even prepare myself for class. And I ended up like smoking some weed. I haven't been smoking. Like, also I'm sober. I'm like 4 months sober. I haven't been drinking at all. And I'm not drinking, which is something like I'm sticking to. But I also hadn't been smoking either. But I ended up smoking and going to see a movie. I ended up like eating like a bunch of ice cream and just like, I just had like a sad boy day. But I did post a bunch of like really cute pictures of myself on Instagram. And then that was like good for me. Cause I got a bunch of love, and it brought me back to like, okay, like I needing to like love myself up. Like, you know what, you're the man. And another thing is like, I think had the boyfriend been really cute, maybe my ego would have been hit, but I like wasn't into the boyfriend at all, so that was really validating. But like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's got somebody. Another thing is like, they have only been in a relationship for 2 years. So for me, I'm like, dog, you already doing this open relationship shit. Y'all only been together 2 years and you've been open for a year. It's like, do you even like the nigga? Do you even like him? But again, that's not for me to judge, because I was into his boyfriend. So it is what it is. But yeah, this has been my story time. Like I said, my biggest takeaway is that like, I think I am ready for something serious, because that's what I get for going out with somebody who said that they weren't looking for anything serious. And yeah, because I think the part that I disliked the most was like the fact that this couldn't be more. But also like, if I really unpack it, you kind of like hoodwinked me into a situation, because I'm not looking for anything serious and I'm in a relationship are two very different things. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Like, was I wrong? Was he wrong? Or, you know, whatever. And I don't even want to make things that I wrong and he wrong. Like, it just is what it just was what it was. And I probably might take a little bit of a break from dating, but I'm still optimistic about finding the one. It was nice and refreshing to like someone. It sucks that went the way it did, but I was like, okay, like this can happen. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully the next video comes sooner than later. This has been my story time. Peace.